Hey everyone, welcome back. So in the middle of my trim, I couldn't buy the size of trim that I wanted, so I was going to have to rip it. So I decided to buy just a little cheapy table saw. So this video is going to be unboxing this and trying it out and seeing if it's as bad as the reviews make it seem. I don't think it will be, but we're going to find out. I kind of feel like this was a returned unit. It's kind of dirty for new, and there's some hair in here. That's cool. So we'll see if this thing's actually been used. That's cool. You didn't even check it. Little baggie of tools. All right. There it is. Have a closer look. Well, I don't think it's been used before, which is good. Is the tag still on it? Although it's kind of, I don't know. It kind of looks like it's been used, but it kind of doesn't. No, maybe not. I think this is for tool storage. Same with this. All right, let's get this thing put together. Go. I don't know what that is, but it's falling apart. We're just gonna pop back out. Okay, so one of the complaints I saw online was that the guide here wasn't perfectly parallel with the blade. And I can see how you could get it. You could get it crooked. Yeah. You just have to mess around with it a little bit. By set it at 1 inch, front's at 1 inch, back is a little over 1 inch, almost a 16th, but I think there. Yeah. Okay, so you just need to fiddle around with it a bit more. It's not going to be fast like a proper saw would be. Okay. The other complaint people had was that the blade was never properly straight up and down when it was set to 0 degrees. So let's check that. And you know, it looks pretty straight. Yeah. Yeah, that's really straight. I don't have a problem with that. And then some people said that the table wasn't flat. So we'll put my straight edge on the table. You know, it's not perfect, but I think it's more than usable. Just because it's a thinner material, it's a little low here. Plastic sits kind of high here at the back. None of these things are going to matter for what I'm using this for. So I think it's fine. So I'm just going to check and see that the blade is tight from the factory. Obviously the saw is unplugged. Okay, there should be a lock button somewhere so it doesn't spin on me. Okay, so this saw doesn't have a button to lock the blade. You're given this giant wrench. You stick behind the blade. There. Yeah. And it's tight.
also want to take out this guy. Okay.
So I've tipped it up on its side here. Show you the storage. So this guy sticks in the front. There's clips here, which you can stick your fence into. Holds it in there. Now I gotta put 2 screws in there, and they hold the push stick. So they hold it there, kinda. Then down here you have your little stud that you can hang your tools on. Okay, let's give this guy a test run. Stick my vacuum in there, which is loose. That's cool. Where's it gonna go? Maybe I'll print an adapter for that. So I need to rip a piece of trim down to 1 inch, I believe. An inch and don't like this little thing in here though. It's kind of in my way, but if I take it out, the pieces that hold it in kind of rattle around inside. Yeah. That'll do. Okay, let's see what happens. Make sure it actually turns on. Oh. You actually need to shove it this way a little bit. I'm gonna rip this piece right like that. We'll see how it goes. Well, it seemed to do an okay job. The blade's nice and sharp. Did a pretty clean cut. So I'll reset this for 1 1/8 inch for my next piece. There we go. Another perfect cut. All right, final thoughts on it. Yes, it's cheap, but you know what? It did the job, and that's all that really matters. It's kind of poking up. That could be because that's on top. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It does what it needs to do for me. And yeah, hopefully this video helps you out.